Hello and welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. You join us for an unboxing video for the Masters of the Power. Cool. Here we are. Malifaux, there he is. So let's get the wrapper off. That's off the back. Those are the models we get in it.
They look cool actually.
They look pretty cool. Ashiguru. And then we've got the niece. And then we've got the Soul Porter. And then we've got Malifaux. Let's find some sort of scalpel device. And get the wrapper off.
Everything there.
Yeah. There we go.
Cool.
So let's unbox. Okay. As usual, some foam for protection. Got cards, bases. So they're all 13 bases. And then we have the models.
Oh, cool.
Which appear to be on one sprue.
Interesting. Normally they're all separated
Normally
off,
they're
aren't
named
they?
off, but
yeah.
I think they still are. I think that's maybe they aren't actually. That's one of the banners. Ashiguru. Okay.
Okay, so this will be like a bit of a jigsaw puzzle for us.
They're also numbered, these ones.
Ah.
It's interesting because we've got the guide here as usual from Weird, and there's no numbers on that. So let's just do what we can. We've got the pieces here anyway. We can figure it out.
We can figure it out somehow.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. And we can let you know what numbers things are. So we'll start. So we'll start with Malifaux, I think. Malifaux. So we want the body part here, which is part A2, I believe. And then we're going to want his hand, which is down here, is it? Nope. It's there, there's his hand, which is part A6. And then we want his head. You see that on there anywhere? Right, what we'll do, we'll come back to you and we'll let you know what the parts were. It's going to be easier than trying to hunt them down on camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so Malifaux's pieces. Here we are. We have the body, which is A2. We have the sleeves, which are A3 and A4. We have his head, which is there, which is...
his head is A1.
A1. We have Malifaux's beard,
which is A9.
which is that bit there, which is meant to be one of the most difficult pieces to put on of any kit. Yay. We have his staff,
which is A5.
and we have his other hand, which is pointing,
Which
sort
is
of
A6.
menacingly. And then we have the Ashigaru, what do you call him? Ashigaru, which is being sort of like summoned on his base. That's its head, skeletal head.
So that's A8.
And that's its body.
A7.
There you go. So we shall put him together. So I'll start with the sleeves, seems logical, and we shall see where we go from there. Okay, so there is his body with both sleeves on. That one where he's pointing. It joins on pretty well, that one. This one has got a little bit of a gap in it, but I can just use that with a bit of liquid green stuff, should fill that. It's a very thin gap. So now I'm going to put his hands on. So we want the pointing hand on this one. And that should just fit in there. There's like a little plug. And then the staff and the arm should just go onto that bit. So I'll do that now, and then we'll back once that's dried. Okay, so there is the body. Completely done. All that's left to do is put the head on. Before we do that, we're going to put on Malifaux's beard, which is going to go into that little socket there. I'm going to do it off camera to avoid you having to listen to me swearing. As there is the beard. Just there. So let's do that. Be back in a moment. Okay, so we've got the beard onto the face, which I'm not going to lie was a very delicate operation, but it did go on pretty much first attempt. Just did it very, very slowly. So now we're going to stick that onto the body. Hopefully we shouldn't have any problems getting that into there. But I'm going to do that off camera again to avoid any unnecessary swearing.
Expletives.
Yeah, back in a moment. And there we go. So all things considered, Yanlo's been very cooperative, and that was fairly easy to put together actually, all in all. I just did it very slowly and very delicately, because I'd heard about the beard. So there we go. Yanlo and his beard, not too bad, but it's very fiddly, so just take your time, don't rush that one. Last thing is, this will go on his base, a bit like the zombie on Nicodem's base. Just the head onto the body, kind of like a Warhammer zombie really, skeleton. There we go, it goes on there. So we'll do that, and then I'll put him on a base, so you'll see him again at the end. So now we're going to move on to the niece. So the parts for that we need are
The parts.
the body.
The body is B2.
B2. This part that goes on the base.
The base is B6.
We have a head.
B1.
B1. Mask. Base mask.
B4.
B4. Little tassel on the back of the head.
B5.
And then we have
The hands with the pipe,
the pipe.
which is B3.
And those are the parts for her. And there's the Chung-Wei style head. Was it panda style?
Panda style.
Just with her hair being like that.
Panda style. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll start with the body. So we'll do it as two assemblies. We'll do the head with those three parts, and we'll do the body with those three parts. And this bit just sits into this, and then the hands just go on to there. So we'll do the body assembly, and then we'll do the head assembly. So let's do that. So there is the body with the arms. Very easy to attach, not a problem. The next part consists of the head, which we have this little tassely bit there, which is going to go in the back there. And then we have a mask, which is actually not on her face, it's sort of up, like she just lifted the mask up so she can play the flute or whatever it is she's got hold of. If you have a look at the box art, see there she's just got the mask on top of her head. And I think the CAD file on the back shows the same thing. So that should actually be pretty easy to put together because the mask just seems to go almost like a hat over that part of her head there. So we'll put them on and I'll be back if there's any problems. So there is the head. There. The last thing to do is stick that onto the body and then she's done. So let's do that. There we go. And her head's kind of forward because she's playing the flute or whatever it is.
It looks like a flute, yeah.
There we
Bamboo
go.
flute.
So now we should move on to the soul porter. See, we have the parts for this soul porter. We've got his body and his legs,
Which are F2 and F3.
which are those two parts. We have his head,
Which is F1.
his hat,
Which is F5.
his like staff,
Which is F4.
and then the lantern or whatever it is that sort of it's held from his staff. Is it like a gourd as well?
Yeah. That's F6.
And those are the parts we'll need. So the body just appears to go together. Got some plugs there. It looks like that just goes together like that. So we'll do that. And then the head, we'll stick that on next. That's his head. There he is. quite mysterious. But I'll take that bit off the top of his head as well, so it'll fit onto that a bit better. But let's do that. So there's the body together, and then the head, the neck just fits into this part there, like that. And then we have the arm, which we'll put on next. And that seems to fit underneath. So that goes on there. So the arm fit into that little socket there, and his other hand is just above his knee, where it fits onto that part of his arm there. So next we'll stick the hat on. Just need to figure out which way around that goes. I think it's pointing forward, is it?
It looks to be, yeah.
Because it's just offset there. I think it'll go forward. Because the staff will be in the way otherwise. So we'll stick that on like so. Head's coming off. And then that will just get stuck on to that hook with the lantern part at the back. So we'll do that. We'll be back. So there he is, all together. Cool. So we'll see him again at the end. So now we shall move on to the Ashigaru. Okay, so the first Ashigaru, Ashigaru 1 from the instructions online, is all the C parts off the sprue.
Yeah.
So we have C1,
which is the head.
C2 was the
body. C3 was the sword, the
rusty
spear.
Rusty spear, or whatever it is. And then we have the banner,
which is C4.
Yeah, now this is actually snapped on the sprue because it's quite delicate. All these spears are very delicate, just like the staffs that we've seen already. That's snapped in the middle, but it's gone back together quite well. So that's why I haven't cleaned that up yet. I'm going to do that once I'm stuck into the model, because it's set fully before I try taking it off with a knife. So this is just a simple case of the arms going on there, the head going into that slot there, and then we have a little square peg and a square hole for the banner to go on, and that will go on at an angle. So I'm going to put those 4 bits together and I'll be back with you. Okay, so those are the 4 parts together. That's quite cool actually.
It is actually.
Very easy to put together, that one actually. Just a pity the spear had snapped, but as I said, it went back together fairly easy. So once that's dried, I'll have to clean up the flash on the spear and on the arm. But for now, we shall see him at the end. So now we shall move on to the second Ashigaru. This is Ashigaru 2, and these are all the D parts from the sprue.
That's correct.
So we have a spear in 2 hands. This time this one came intact.
That was D3.
D3. He's kind of holding it up like that, past his face, like he's jabbing it into somebody. And then we have the head, which will go in the top part.
That was D1. His body was D2.
Yep. And then we have the banner,
which was D4.
which is, again, there's a little square peg on there, which will go into there. So I'll stick those 4 parts together and I'll be back. And there he is. Finished. Pretty straightforward, no problems. Just in case, make sure there was no flash around the arms. All leftover sprue. Okay, so we'll stick him on a base and we'll be back again at the end with him. But now we'll move on to the last Ashigaru, which is all the
E parts.
All the E parts. We'll take them off and we'll be back in a second. So here's all the E parts. There's actually 7 of these. So we have 2 legs, which should go together in some way, shape or form.
Now they were either E3 and E4.
Right. And then we have 2 arms, which were actually separate. So this does actually come in 2 parts, this this weapon. Even though it looks like it's broken, it isn't. That did actually come in two separate parts.
I think one of them was E1 and maybe...
And then we have the body, the head, and neck, which has got hair growing out of it. Bit weird. And then the banner pole, which is awesome. So we'll get the legs together and we'll put the body onto that. And we're back with you when I put those three parts together. Okay, so there is the body and the legs together. So next we're going to put the arms on. So what we need to do is place both on at the same time. The two hands are quite close together, so that's the back of the spear, that bit there. So it needs to be that way around. It needs to go on approximately like that. Well, the best way to do that would be just stick it onto the body and then allow the body to hold it in position. It needs to go like that. So I'm going to do that now and I'll be back with you when that's done. So there are the two hands holding the spear. So next I'm going to put the head on. That's going to go on there. To that area there. And then the last piece will be to put on the final banner pole, which will go into that little gap there on his belt. So we're going to put those two last bits on and we're back in a moment. Okay, so there's the finished model. Cool. Very cool stance he's got on him. So one below him going to be in a bit of a nasty surprise there, with a spear in the head. Great, so I'm going to get him on a base and we'll have to have a look at the whole crew together. And there we have it, the whole crew together. Jan Low and the Master of the Path. Very cool. I'm looking forward to getting these for a while now, actually.
You have?
Yep, because I've had this guy over here for absolutely ages. So hopefully he'll get a painting alongside these guys.
Cool.
I've had him for years actually.
You have?
Yeah. And I've never really had a chance to use him. I was going to use him with Kiriai's crew, but I never really did. I always found other things to use with Kirai. I'd like to give it a go though. He makes a very good tank. There's old Isuzu the armour. Azuzu.
Isuzu.
I don't know what you call him. Isuzu. I like that. He's now Isuzu the armour. Isuzu. He's like a 3-inch range in melee. He's really cool. So there's him. And plus hopefully I'll be getting Toshirio the Daimyo soon. And maybe some other models I can use with Yanlo. Cool. So I'm looking forward to painting these guys. What do you think of them?
They look really cool actually.
Yeah.
I'm well impressed with those guys.
These guys?
Yeah.
They like the rules from them as well because they're like defensive.
Yeah, you can make like a little shield wall out of them, can't
Like
you?
a spear wall for people to charge into. And they just take damage. Poof. Excellent. Cool. She's quite cool.
She is actually.
Yeah. Awesome. And Soul Porter's very cool.
He just looks weird.
I think he's very cool.
He's cool, but he looks weird.
I think they're both lanterns when you look at the box art. Like pumpkins almost.
They are, because they've got little faces.
So that's sort of cool.
Yeah, they've got little faces on them.
Like spirit lanterns. Cool. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. We've enjoyed building them, as usual. It wasn't as difficult as I thought after all the talk about Yanlo's beard. It was actually relatively straightforward. So I hope you'll join us again next week on Malifaux Monday. And see you again soon.
See you soon.
Take care, guys.
Bye.